guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin and Thor is starring Chris Hemsworth. And before we get right in, I just like to say I'm sorry for this late review. I had another one already pre-recorded for you guys to upload Friday, but I felt like I rushed through it, and so I'm here to redo that review because I really want to give you guys the best review I can out of my abilities. And rushing through one felt a little petty and all that type of stuff. The biggest problem I have with this movie is its like motive. So you can't really tell if it's trying to be funny or if it's trying to be serious, or like you can't really tell because like the dialogue, the directing, it's all over the place. Even though it does have one motive and it's supposed to show a hero that has lost everything, and so he's trying to find his place in this world, and next he regains his power, but with a new perspective. And so, I mean, like, the story-wise is good. I mean, like, I really like every character in this film, besides, you know, a few side characters, which we'll get to. But like easily Loki's probably my favorite villain, besides Thanos and some other villains that come later on in the MCU. But Loki is like a different type of villain from all those. Like even though he does want power, he wants to be a king. But from his, like, if you see his motive, it's just so clever and it's very clear. Like his that's probably the only thing that's clear in this movie is Thor and Loki's motives. Those are probably the only clear things. But everyone else around them, it's like, was that originally supposed to happen? But easily the two favorite characters in this film is easily Thor and Loki. I mean, like, you feel their chemistry and you feel like they're actually brothers. But what makes this movie fall very hard is the dialogue. The dialogue is it's trying to be funny when the director wants it to be serious. So like you have two different dialogue. You have two different people. One person wants something else, and the other person wants to do this. And so it's like and they don't mash up. They don't come together, and that's why I don't really like the dialogue. Whenever Thor is, the only time I really like Thor is when he's not being Thor. That's kind of sad to say. Talk about the side characters. Yeah, they're dumb. Yeah, they're very stupid side characters. So one of our side characters is played by Natalie Portman. I could care less about her character name. I really don't like these side characters at all. I don't know why. You can probably relate to them, but they're just really dumb. So this guy, some dude that you hit with your car, and that you, from a human's perspective, probably crazy, and they play it off like he's from their perspective crazy. But Natalie Portman's character doesn't care, so she does whatever she can to find out the story about like the 9 realms or whatever. And so, so she believes, I don't think she believes, but she wants to think that she believes that Thor is actually Thor, but really he is. But if this movie is from her point of view, you would totally think this guy is crazy. You would honestly think this guy is crazy, and you're gonna think, if Natalie Portman was our main star in this film, and it was from her perspective, you would think this character is stupid. Honestly, very stupid. This character, I don't get her motives. Like, she's a scientist, I get that, but she has no caution or awareness of anything. And she almost fought S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, at this time you didn't know. Well, I don't think they said it was S.H.I.E.L.D. in this movie, but at this time you don't really know if this was S.H.I.E.L.D. We just thought it was some government. So, but yeah, so she was about to do something stupid against this government, and so honestly, she's the dumbest character in this movie. I really don't like her. And another thing is why isn't in every movie that Natalie Portman is in that has romantic dialogue, it feels like she doesn't even try? I mean, she's a wonderful actress, but two movies that I've seen her have romantic dialogue in: Star Wars and Thor, and I guess Thor 2. But like, it's terrible dialogue. What makes her character even more stupid is that, so at the finale of this movie, the being that's from the beginning of this movie, I don't remember what you're calling it. I'll put a picture up if I remember to. So the thing that attacked the frost giants at the beginning of this movie that were trying to take this weapon back, that comes to Earth to commanded by Loki, that is now king, which lied about Odin's death and all that, and so that's why Thor has, like, you know, moved on and basically got over his father's death pretty easily. But he moved on, but then the being came back down because some of his friends came to save Thor, and so when that thing came down, it started destroying buildings, like vehicles and all, like, stuff around it. And so Thor walks up to this thing, confronting it. Thor gets knocked to oblivion, and which I don't know how Loki controls that, honestly, because Loki basically talking to it, because I think Loki was communicating with it or something, I don't know. But so yeah, like, he gets knocked to oblivion, and Natalie Portman's character just runs out there in the middle of the open, just like, you know, Thor, no! Like, really? I mean, are you seriously in love with Thor? I mean, like, at least that in love to run out into complete danger? Yeah, I don't buy I don't buy it. I don't buy these two people. I was about to call them couples. That would have been more weird. But I wouldn't buy these two people like that, knowing each other for at least, you know, I guess if you combine, I guess 24 hours or so, like, you wouldn't really fall in love that easily, unless you call it true love. But I don't know if true love is in this type of movie. But like, I just don't buy it. I really don't, and I feel like her character should have got honestly, any character that would have got hand slapped should have been her. God, that's kind of mean to say. Let's talk about the battle on Asgard. So yeah, the frost giants were obviously led in by Loki. That's what they've been saying throughout the whole entire movie, that Loki's been letting the frost giants in to get back what they want. And so, and Loki's playing a role and basically playing as the hero. But then Thor comes back, and so he confronts Loki, and it's a pretty good battle. I actually like it. And so if you guys, I guess, right, didn't know, I mean, this is spoilers. I don't know why I'm trying to keep this from spoiling, but so Loki is a frost giant, but in a, I don't know what they do, but he's in Asgard like form, and so he looks like an actual Asgardian and all that. But so yeah, I don't know if Thor ever finds out. Well, I guess in Avengers he says that he's adopted, but I don't know how he ever finds out that he's a frost giant or anything like that. But so yeah, so they're fighting and they're on the bridge, and Thor destroys the bridge as well. And this is probably the best moment in the movie, is that when Loki actually lets go, because Odin is back from his coma, I guess, and so he, I don't know, he didn't say he's a failure, but he said, like, he basically kind of said he's disappointed in Loki in some sort of way. But yeah, so when Loki let go, that's probably the emotional part in the whole entire movie. And so I just really like Loki. I like Tom as Loki, and so I mean, like, this character, I can kind of get behind him, because this guy is taken away from his family and basically been told a lie throughout his whole entire life. Well, a lie. It feels like he's been living in a lie for his whole entire life, and so you can actually kind of get behind his character and why his motive is the way that he is, because he feels like he has nothing to live for. He has no reason to follow any rules. So I mean, like, that's probably the only reason why I like Loki in this movie and why I like him as a villain. I'm gonna give Thor a B-. Even though I did give it a high grade, I still don't really like this movie. There is great stuff in this movie. There is. The action is great. Thor is great. Chris Hemsworth is great. Loki, Tom is great. Natalie Portman, yeah, sure, she's fine. She does her job. But like, everyone does their job. But the main two characters I really care about the most is Thor and Loki, easily. But like, you know, the CGI is amazing. Asgard looks amazing on big screen. Like, I can't, I don't know. And like, I just can't imagine anyone else playing Thor or Loki. I mean, besides the side characters that you can probably, they're easily replaceable. But yeah, like, the dialogue, it might be bad, but it's fine for what it is. It gets us to what it needs to do. But this is basically the first movie that sets up, you know, the Infinity Saga. So yeah, anyway, next week we'll be getting to Captain America, the first Avenger. I can't wait to do that one. And the one after that will be the Avengers. I can't wait to review that one because we're gonna have a special guest. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Probably a little bit longer video, but I can't wait to do it. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about Thor down below. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.